Welcome to the number one friendship podcast in the country. I'm Aaron Karo.
I'm Matt Ritter.
Make sure to go to manoftheyearpodcast.com to grab our merch and watch our clips on YouTube. So, Matt, I had a interesting experience the other day.
Ooh, do tell.
I was with our good friend Christina. It was her birthday. We were at a spa, and because nobody else was available, I had a male masseuse.
We both had a male masseuse this week. That's nuts.
No, are you serious?
Oh my God! I didn't tell you about this. Go ahead. I want to hear. Oh.
So the long and the short of it was fine. He was pretty good. He was pretty good. But like, I'm presuming, since I know you, you also go commando, obviously, in a massage.
Yeah.
So
There's no other
no
way to
underwear.
go.
And,
I mean,
right. And it's like, listen, they get close to your taint and your butt crack. I mean, there's no way around it.
Close. They're in it. I mean, they're inside you. These people are interspacing you.
And it's just like, that was really the rest of it. I honestly, like, it was totally fun. I didn't really think about it that much. I like heavy pressure anyway, but I'm just like, is this weird that I'm just like, I'd rather a woman?
Listen, I had the same thing this week, and my wife made the resi, and I was a little upset because she knows my deal. And I think I told you I've usually been like, okay, I prefer a woman, fine. But this one time we were up in, I think I told you, up in somewhere near the Bay Area, and it was a male masseuse who had really hairy arms. And
Ew.
the combo of the hairy arms and the lotion just felt like sandpaper just rubbing on my back. So it's less the like sexual stuff. It's not like a sexual or homophobic or anything. It's just a
Right.
woman's touch feels nicer to the body, to the flesh.
So how was this male masseuse this week?
It was fine because he was real like soft and dainty.
Right.
But I got to
Yeah.
tell you this: I went to like a full spa in Koreatown, and I took off all my clothes, and the guy goes, "No." And he held me for a short.
This was in the massage.
In the locker
Wait,
room before the massage.
a civilian said that.
No, the guy who gives you the key and he's like the maitre d or whatever, the massage maitre d.
And he was just standing there, and you just got buck naked.
And he goes, "No." Well, he gave me the key and he like showed me around and he said something about put shorts on, and they give you these shorts like you have a robe, whatever. So I just put the robe on with nothing underneath.
Yeah.
And he saw me do it. He's like watching me naked, put the robe on, and he goes, "No, no, no, no," and put shorts on. So I guess that's one of those places where I don't know, maybe some guys are getting a little too frisky.
Well, I wore a robe over underwear from the locker room to the massage room, and then he like lifts up the blanket, and then you kind of get in naked.
No, I know, but I don't know. But for whatever reason, they make you wear shorts for that one.
You mean shorts? They provided you with shorts?
Gym shorts.
Like reusable shorts? Like
gross. I was like, no, let me be me. This is disgusting.
What? Could you not wear your own underwear?
I don't know. No, I think they make you wear those shorts.
Ew, that's over your bare.
Yeah.
Going bare. Ew.
Yeah. I know. I know. I'm never
What
going
kind
back
of place
there.
was this?
It's a really nice place in Koreatown. One of the nicer spas. Really bizarre.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
must have had too many incidents.
It's funny because I think we talked about this like 2 years ago on the pod. Have you been to an onsen?
No,
Like
remind me what that is.
It's like a Japanese in Japan. It's like a Japanese spa.
Okay.
Where you all go, all the salary men go, and they, they're naked and they're washing, and it's like everyone's naked. And I was with my buddy, and we were the opposite. We were the only ones who had like a little, what is it called? A vanity towel or privacy towel?
Oh yeah, you put like the little one, little square.
No, it was pretty big. I mean, I'm joking. I don't know. Yeah. But anyways, you and I were not meant to be in spas, basically what it comes down to.
Yeah. I was going to say, I wasn't meant to be a Japanese salaryman.
No, we were not. We were not
I
meant to
would
be
end up being
Japanese.
one of those guys who has to kill himself. No, there's that new thing where they like wipe their entire life and get a new identity. Do you see that big article in the Times?
No, no, they don't get a new identity. They disappear forever.
Right, but don't they get a new identity? Isn't there like a guy, like a Mr. Wolf kind of guy, or like the Breaking Bad guy who gives you a whole new identity?
I so I know what you're talking about. It's like a huge thing, but I don't think they like go to another place to live. I think they just like live in the woods and die or something.
It's unbelievable. You do one shameful thing, you have to just completely just discard your entire existence.
Japanese culture is insane, but also those trains on time,
So
amazing,
efficient. So
so
efficient.
efficient. Yeah. Now there's people jumping in front of them because they, called their boss
But even when
Mister.
they do, they get it cleared. They get it cleared in record time.
Oh yeah, they scoop it right out. They scoop it. Right. I think yeah, we would be kind of like we need to like buy a Japanese subsidiary, be the American gaijin who come in
Oh yeah.
and
Change
and
the
just and
culture a
like
little.
yes, yes.
We would get a lot
Um,
of Japanese people wanting to work for our company. We'd be like the bar stool of Japan.
it's interesting. You think or you think we would be ostracized,
No, we'd be ostracized immediately.
right? Right?
Immediately.
Because my whole big thing. I think it was a stand up bit I used to do. Like let's move to Spain, create a company, and our only thing we do is we don't take siestas.
Oh, they would jail you immediately.
But I'm saying we would if we started a or copy shop or something
Right,
or
right.
and it was just open, we'd lap our competitors.
Yeah. There's a gap in the market from noon to 3.
All right. Well, speaking of travel, I wanted to bring this up because I recently did a work trip. I was in Atlanta. I was there for a couple days, and there was a writer on the trip, and we basically spent like every hour together for like 2 days straight and became like best friends. And we're like, we got to hang out. He invited me to his birthday party. We came up with a script to work on together. Now, obviously, we got back and none of that happened. I didn't make it to his birthday party. We haven't worked on the script, but this idea of since you're the movie aficionado, do you remember what the conversation is at the end of Speed? Okay, Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves they get out of the bus on that rolling platform and they roll into a bunch of pylons. You know what I'm talking about? And they kiss.
Uh-huh.
And what's the line that they have there?
Oh God,
It's
wow.
about relationships. It's a callback to earlier in the movie.
Oh, God, I wish you had given me a hint that I was going to be doing movie trivia this morning. I would have
Yeah, I mean it's not
thought
like
of it.
that famous a line, but she's basically like relationships made under high pressure circumstances are doomed to fail or something like that. I mean it was like some callback.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I was thinking we call these speed friends because A, they're fast friends, and B, it just calls back to the movie, which is like vacation friends. People, when you go to a birthday party of someone else and you meet a third party, like people you become so close with, and then like there's opportunity, Matt, of like, do you level them up or is it just a one time thing, like a romantic fling?
I love this topic. And speed friends, not to be confused with friends you meet in the bathroom in West Hollywood doing blow or meth or speed.
Or speed? Yeah,
uh, wow. So you made a speed friend.
yeah. And have you ever done that?
I've definitely done that before. I did that at a comedy festival like 10 years ago. And it was like, for whatever reason, like there's so many people, you don't always get to talk to everybody. And then like one of the guys, we kind of just like hit it off. And on the plane ride home, it's such a like, we all just cliched. We did the same thing, but like came up with the idea for a movie together.
Yeah, yeah. And then did you
And
ever
then,
talk to
and
him
then we
since?
never, and then we never hung out again.
Yeah. Now, I think that these are probably missed opportunities for both of us. Because in this pod, we're always talking about how to make a friend, how to meet a stranger, how to level them up, the different steps, how to become close with somebody. And this is kind of doing all of that in one fell swoop, in one day, in two. Oh, wow. Tell me about your family, blah, blah, blah. It reminds me of, have you ever seen these things? It's kind of the new craze. It's an electric toothbrush that brushes your teeth in 7 seconds.
No.
You stick
What?
it in your mouth. It's kind of like a football mouth guard, electric mouth guard, and it
Oh
shoots
yeah,
like
I have seen
10.
this on Instagram.
Yeah, and it shoots like 10 gallons of water. Like that's like the friendship equivalent of the super toothbrush. Like you got all the good stuff out of the way. You know you like the person. Why do we leave these people behind?
Okay, here's my take. Why?
Okay.
Here's the my why.
Yeah.
It's part of the same reason that one night stands are so appealing. It's because you know they're one night stands. I think that's the allure of these speed friendships, right? You meet somebody in a situation where you know you're not really gonna see them again, and you just kind of are somewhere where you're like outside of your normal, like people are judging you, people know you, you could just do whatever. And you meet somebody and you can just kind of like be this different version of yourself for a day, and you do it and you have a blast, and then like you're just back to your normal life.
It's the analogy. I mean, the problem with that is that for the romantic situation, you're trying to get laid. We're not really trying to get anything out of the friendship version of it. And
Well, I just
also,
think
what's
you're usually it's like when you're somewhere alone and you're just looking for somebody to have fun with. So it is you are looking for something. You're looking to enjoy the moment.
right? But I'm
You're
saying
looking to
like,
live in
what's
the
the
moment.
right? But I'm saying if you're not going to date your one night stand, that's fine. But why not become friends with your speed friend? Like, why
Oh
not?
yeah, no, I think you could, but I'm saying I think the same. The reason you're not is because you're basically living under that same mindset of the one night stand of like you're just enjoying this for what it is. Like I think the reason you have so much fun is that you don't even maybe it's subconscious. You set yourself up in this mindset like you're probably never going to see this person again. So let's just have a great time. I think
So
that's
should
your
we?
mindset. I think that's my mindset. I think what you just did was confirming my belief because I've done the same thing. Is that you actually subconsciously take the one night stand mindset to these friendships? But I think you're right. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should change our mindset.
Well, that's what I was going to say. How do we reframe that next time one of us or one of our listeners is in a vacation friend situation?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
I'd say first of all,
It's
let's name it. Let's recognize that. Oh, like we're hanging out with this person. I like this person. It's not just a vacation thing. Uh, I do want to see things. I think that should be verbalized either sort of internally or externally. Sorry. And second of all, what about our thing about making plans?
mm,
So I actually made plans
well,
with this guy. He invited me to his birthday party. I didn't go because I had a conflict, but like actually making the plan instead of, we always say instead of we should, we are.
yeah,
Just make the plans.
I like that a lot. I was also going to say for reframing the mindset, the world is a lot smaller these days. It's a lot easier to connect with somebody who you just met on a vacation, whereas like 20 years ago, you probably were never going to see them again. Now,
Hmm.
if you actually resolve to become friends with that person, it's not that hard, right? So the effort required to build that friendship is similar to like an ordinary friendship. You know, if by the way, and in yours, the guy doesn't live in your city, or he does.
He
He
lives in
does live
West
in your city.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they don't live where you live, okay, I'm going to put that as a whole different thing. But if they live where if they live in your same city, then, I mean, by the way, a wedding friend is another. You ever like go to a wedding and you like
Oh
talk to the
yeah.
guy?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I met a guy. That's actually really funny. I met a guy, and our wives were in the bridal shower. So that day before the wedding, like they were off for the whole day. So he and I was like, we went to the most famous pizza place in central New Jersey and like just like hung out all day and like had some beers and stuff and like,
How was the
became
pizza?
buddies. Never, what's that?
Yeah. How was the pizza?
What'd you say? Oh, the pizza
How was the
was like,
pizza?
it was like very mediocre. We were in the middle of a former, like vacation destination. I forget the name of the town that like there's like people stopped going there like 100 years ago. It's still beautiful. It's some lake. It's really we got to look it up and put it in the show notes. It's a really
What
cool
they've got like
town.
they got like a Kodak factory like shut down or something.
Right, like old, yeah. They just have like old stuff around the lake, and like nobody goes there anymore because I guess
Are you
some other places got more developed.
are you are
But
you a pizza guy?
We do it every Friday in town. I don't know. Does that make me a pizza guy?
The same pizza place.
Yeah, just in Larchmont Village. I like pizza because it's an easy, cheap meal. Am I a
Yeah.
pizza guy? No, not really. I would say not
Because
really.
I love pizza. I could eat it every day if I could.
Oh no, I'm definitely not. If that makes somebody a pizza guy, no.
What's your topping?
Topping pepperoni.
I feel like I'm asking you questions like, and you're from Mars. Like these are weird questions.
Well, I'm realizing I'm not a pizza guy. I don't eat pizza that way. It's like when you're like, I'm like, I don't know, pepperoni.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
What's
right,
your
let's take a
topping?
listen. I
Come on,
like
what's your topping?
first of all, I like black olives because that's my favorite individual food. Um, uh,
That's your
Domino's
favorite
has
individual food? Hold on,
exactly
back
like
up.
an individual ingredient.
For pizza or in life?
No, in life,
Black olives.
yes, like I'll eat them out of the can just as a snack.
This guy gets weirder and weirder. This guy just gets weirder. I keep getting older, and this guy keeps getting weirder.
You think that's weird?
Black olives? Just
Yeah.
audience, please message us and tell us if you think that's weird. And also, what is your go-to snack? Individual greatest snack? I mean, I don't snack. I
Saying
don't really
no
like. I don't even
black
have anything. I don't
olives.
snack.
Forget about
Mine is
snacks.
literally
Black.
nothing.
I don't snack either. I'm saying black olives are my favorite individual ingredient. So in pasta, on pizza, like in the
Wow.
quesadillas. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Mine's chicken breast.
Let's take a chicken breast. That's your favorite individual ingredient?
No,
I mean,
chicken thigh.
we're the two
Chicken
whitest
thigh.
people who's ever lived. All right, let's take a listener question, then we'll come back to Fast Friends. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, this is asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question or ethical dilemma, send it to us on Instagram. Our handle is at Man of the Year Podcast, and we will answer it on the show. Matt, take it away.
Okay, Kara, I think you're gonna like this one. Um, I have a sort of new friend, but the problem is our origin story is rubbing me the wrong way. I once
Hmm.
walked in on him hooking up with my ex, and we were already broken up, but it still kind of bothered me. And now we laugh about it, but I still feel like there's some weirdness there. How do I get over it? Should I be friends with my Eskimo brother?
So this person walked in on a stranger hooking up with
He
his
said he was
ex
crashing
girl.
at his friend's place for the week. He said he was crashing at his friend's place for the weekend, so it was like some sort of post college confluence thing.
Got it, and his ex was there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm presuming we don't know. Is this guy still dating his ex girlfriend?
No, no, neither of them are dating her. He said they've laughed about it now.
I mean, there's nothing in here that the question asker should have a problem with. This guy wasn't
Well,
hooking up.
yeah, that sounds like, first of all, he said he still had feelings for her at the time.
Oh, okay, got it. Still had feelings for the time. So, uh, I mean, that is funny of an origin story that is less than sort of it is that is I don't know. I mean, I guess if he likes the guy, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't change the past. It's not like the guy did anything to
No,
wrong
I
him.
no, I agree. I agree. It is funny because it's like, does he think maybe he's just friends with him because of that? Because it's like a way to stay connected to his ex.
Oh, I would almost say the other way that like
Oh,
he's he's almost like sticking it to his ex
right. I feel like there's a lot of guys that become friends over that.
over hooking up
Is
with
it
the
is
same
it that they
girl.
is it that they became friends over it, or that they discovered it? Because I actually know a couple of guys that they said all three of them had hooked up with the same girl. They're all buddies now, and like
Well, have you
that's
ever
like
heard those stories of? I think there's a Facebook group called like "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" Have you heard of this?
yeah.
And these like women just realize that like seven of them are dating the same guy. Which like who is this? Who these guys are and how they have so much time on their hands?
Unbelievable, impressive.
Uh, and then they become, good friends. And also, wasn't that the plot of John Tucker Must Die or something like that? Like he's
Right,
hooking up with
right.
three
It's
girls.
been the plot of quite a few movies. Ex-Wives Club,
Oh
First
yeah,
Wives Club, First
yeah,
Wives
yeah,
Club,
yeah,
First Wives.
yeah. I mean, I think that like similar to dating. Let me think. I'm gonna pitch you a theory, Matt.
Okay.
Similar to dating, similar. I can't pronounce it. How do you say similar?
You never can. You never can. Similar really ties you up.
Similarly to dating, how you meet someone is irrelevant. It's just about meeting them. Like when people are like, "Oh, we met on Hinge. I don't want to tell anybody." Literally, first of all, nobody cares. It's the ends, not the means.
I like that a ton. I really, really like that. It's irrelevant how you guys met. Right, because there are guys who have gotten into a fist fight and became buddies, right?
I was literally just going to say fist fight. Yeah.
This is better
Uh,
than that, maybe.
like, you know, strange circumstances, meeting in a weird place, like, you know, and I told you my dad's one of my dad's best friends who unfortunately had passed away. He was he did the what's it called? He was like a presentation person at Home Depot. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Right. You said a greeter. He was a greeter at Home Depot.
not a
No, like
greeter. He was
the little setups, right? He did the little setups.
yes, yes. And my dad would go once a week, and they started talking, and they became friends for 50 years.
I mean, I like having an origin story, and the funnier, the better.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
You
My
know?
I have a really good origin story with my friend. We were um uh we're in Israel on a tour. This is 2018, like on a big bus and everything. And on like day, and I was kind of posted up in the back, where the cool kids are. And on day 3, she came back and we hadn't really met yet. There's a lot of people. And she's like, "Do you mind if I sit with you? I hate everybody else on the bus." And I was like, "Great line.
Great line.
Great line." Fellow comedy
Now,
writer.
now you're friends.
Now we're friends. So origin story. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to even like if it had been his current girlfriend,
No, I
not
know. There's
not
something
current.
bothering him about it, though. There's something bothering him about it, right? I think that's why he asked the question.
Right. I mean,
What
this
is
has less
this?
to right. Clearly, it has nothing to do with the guy. It has something to do with him and his ex.
Right, right. I said, I think you just need to identify that. Like something about your ex is unresolved. It has
Right.
nothing to do with this guy. This guy is the best thing that happened out of that failed relationship.
And by the way, you made a really good friend out of it. That's more than most people make out of a
A
relationship.
lot of people say, a lot of people say that when they break up with somebody but end up friends with somebody they met through their ex. They're
Oh
like,
yeah.
well, at least I got this out of the relationship. At least I made this new best friend out of the relationship. That's what I got out of it.
Maybe for another episode, Matt, unless we can talk about it now. Like, what about when you're in a relationship, you meet the other person's friends, you became friends with them, and then you break up? Is that it for your partner's friends?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I mean, I've seen it play out, with quite a few friends who have had, you know, breakups, divorces, whatever. I think sometimes if the breakup is not heated, if the breakup is amicable, then
Yeah.
there's an opportunity to stay friends with both. If the breakup is testy, it gets a lot harder.
Um, Also, speaking of the greeters or whatever the test setups, that's just reminded
Yeah.
me. When you're at the grocery store, do you engage with the sample people?
Sometimes I do because Jesse and I did that when we launched our food product, Posh Party Platters, a few years ago. So we were those people. So I've got some feelings about them, but also it's only if it's like something I might want.
Because this feels like like you like to chat. Feels like a chat
Yeah,
that you would have.
yeah, but usually if it's like a little olive oil thing, yeah, But if it's like some weird food that I'm not into like the juices, like some of the like I don't
Yeah,
know, they're like sodas and stuff. I'm not really into that stuff, the sugary stuff.
but when you and Jess were had a setup like that. You weren't like giving out food, were you?
Yeah, we were. We were giving out free samples.
Right. And how was that?
It was fun. I mean, we were just enjoying doing something like that together. To be honest, I look back, I'm like, that was so fun. The two of us just like built something from scratch, like rolling up our sleeves, you know? Yeah, it was great.
What grocery store did you stand at?
Vicente Foods in Brentwood.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's right
So
outside of St.
did we answer that question?
Yeah, I think we answered it. It's like don't blow an opportunity to enjoy a friendship with somebody because you have some unresolved issues elsewhere with your ex.
Yeah. I mean, and then we say origin stories are fun, and also doesn't matter how you meet somebody.
Yeah, and also having an Eskimo brother, that's like goals, isn't it?
Should we do you think everybody knows what an Eskimo brother is?
I'm pretty sure, but sure, you could lay it out for them if they haven't figured
Oh,
it
you
out.
want me? An Eskimo brother is it only guys or it could be girls too?
I wonder what
Eskimo
the term
sisters.
is for women. Are they yeah, are they Eskimo sisters or are they Inuit sisters? What's the
Yeah.
new?
Also, are we even allowed to say Eskimo?
I don't know. We
Well,
apologize if we're using
yes, we
a outdated,
apologize if
anachronistic term. Native first brothers. What would you say? I don't even know.
yeah, okay. Well, it turns out I don't think we're supposed to say it. So let's we apologize now. But
We learned our lesson.
we learned our lesson. But yes, that is basically when someone if you share a mutual hookup in common. I've hooked up with Jenny, you've hooked up with Jenny, me and you are Inuit brothers. You know, if you're a woman, you hooked up
So
with
that might
Bob.
also be offensive. That might also be offensive. I have no idea what the
Oh
proper
crap.
term is.
I mean, we're trying to be
What is the
good.
PC?
No, I think Inuit is good. I think Inuit is right.
Okay. All right. I'll
We're good.
take Kairo's the PC guy.
Okay, guys, I was asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question, send it to us on Instagram and we'll answer on the show. Matt, any final thoughts on fast friends, speed friends, vacation friends, one night friends?
Yeah, I think what you said was spot on. Like, I think we all do it and then we all drop the ball on it. And as I said, I think it's part of because we have the one night stand mentality attached to it. Uh, but it's like you've already kind of skipped past a lot of the awkwardness. I think you're missing that you did all the work. In a lot of ways, you've cut down the time that it would take to make that person a close friend.
Yeah, it's definitely a missed opportunity. I think the key is, I mean, I did get this guy's number. I may I'll text him today actually. Is make concrete plans. Don't look at them as just a temporary, one night stand. Look at them as someone you could see again. Um, it's interesting that you were saying that when you are doing your thing that you can be whoever you want to be. Um, because I don't know, you and I strike me as people who pretty much are the same everywhere.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody's like that.
Right, right.
I
I
think
can't
most people are
imagine
more
such.
outgoing. I think most
Yeah, but
people are
not
more
you.
outgoing when they're alone and they're out somewhere than traveling.
Right, but I'm saying even you.
Um, Probably more open to. Yeah, probably. I think we all are. I think we're all a little more open.
Yeah, there is something about like we've said this about ourselves. Like you and I are together, and that's great. But like you can't really stray within out of one standard deviation of anything you'd normally do.
Right. Right.
But you know, when you're alone, you could do whatever you want. I could go and
That's right.
watch a Knicks game and pretend I'm a massive fan like I used to be, and no
That's
one's
what
going
I'm
to say
saying. You
anything.
could do right. Exactly. You could do that. Exactly. I don't know what I could do to pretend, but something.
Yeah,
What
but
would
it's
I
kind
do?
of you're a little bit what's the word? You're a little bit less inhibited. Not you, but generally.
Less inhibited. Everybody, yes, everybody's a little less inhibited. So I think, that I think that supercharges the early stages of friend making. So it's a really good tool. We should look at it as a really good tool.
Yeah, I think that the random meetup, the random vacation friend. I'm about to go on vacation myself. Maybe I will see if there's any vacationing guys or girls that I can connect with. put it to the test.
My final thought on that, is maybe you should be applying that mentality to your normal life a little bit more.
Oh, we got it there at the end.
Right. Maybe you should
Yes.
be applying your 24-hour friend, vacation friend, travel friend, uninhibited mentality to your everyday life to supercharge your friendships.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like treat every week like it's Shark Week. Exactly. I love
I
it.
like that.
Uh, all right, guys. Let us know if you've ever made a 24-hour friend. Always remember, be good to yourself, be good to your friends. Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.